Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys any tips on how to choose a major in college when you don't really know what to do. I'm also going to be telling you guys my experience switching majors in college and how I switched to a different major that I ended up loving. If you guys like today's video, as always, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like this video. My first piece of advice for all of you who may be struggling with picking a major is that honestly, the first 2 years of college is not that important to know exactly what you want to do. The reason that I say this is because freshman and sophomore year, you are really only taking your GE classes. So when I was a freshman and a sophomore, I was taking classes like public speaking and rhetoric and sciences and math, and like those are the requirements that you have to take as an underclassman to graduate from college, and those classes do not correlate with your major. You just have to take them because everyone does. That being said, you don't need to have a major declared when you are a freshman basically, because you're just taking your GEs. So I went into college as a kinesiology pre-physical therapy major. So that meant that I was taking mostly GEs, and then I also took like some exercise nutritional science class. Based off of my first semester, all of those count as GEs, but I had to take chemistry, which was mandatory for my major, but I could have selected a different class from that section, which could have been an easier class, which could have bumped my GPA instead of lowered it. And so if I didn't go in as a kinesiology major, I could have had a higher GPA my freshman year, and it would have been better. The classes that you have to take for your major, most of them you are gonna be starting to take those mandatory major ones when you're an upperclassman. For example, right now I'm a senior and I'm just taking straight journalism classes and I'm not taking any other classes, it's just journalism. You have like a good year and like 2 years to really honestly figure out what you want to do. Even students who come in and they are undeclared, they have until junior year to figure out like their plan. So you don't have to go in straight from high school knowing exactly what you want to do, especially if you're on the fence. So another tip that I have for people who want to choose a major that they don't know about or they're unsure of is when I started to not like kinesiology, I was freaking out all the time, didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know anything. I'm not good at math, I'm not good at science really. I don't know why I came in as a kines major. Who knows? And I started to think about my hobbies and what I like to do. And at the time, this was when I was still taking those GE classes, and one of the GEs that are offered at my school is a class called JMS 210. So it's technically a journalism class, and the course is called it's something about social media. I forget what it is, but if you go to my school, you definitely know what it is. So the class is all about social media. You learn about all the different platforms. You learn about different brands and how they use their social media, and it's a very insightful class. And I took this class. I still haven't switched my major yet because I still didn't know what to do. So I took the class and I was like, wow, I love it. And also at this point, I was always talking to my mom after chemistry midterms and saying like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm literally doing awful in this class. Like, how am I supposed to go on to become a physical therapist if I can't even pass Chem 100? That was the sad moment of truth that I had that day. And I realized that I enjoyed doing more creative things, and that's what I also liked doing in high school too. Like, obviously I was a dancer and I liked doing art stuff, and the reason why my original thought process was of being a kines major was because I was a dancer, and I was like, oh, I can help other athletes. Yeah, and my thought process was also that I wanted to like make a lot of money, and yeah, didn't realize though at the time that you have to go off to grad school and then I would be in more debt. So high school Emily just didn't know what was up. So basically after that I realized that more creative things was what I like to do. And even my mom, she was like, you've always been such a creative person, like maybe you should look into something more creative. And I was like, I don't know what that means. Like I don't want to do art, I don't want to do dance, I don't want to do anything like that. Like that would not be like smart of me, because obviously you still want to have a stable future. You don't want to be struggling on the streets. So I remember when I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to do, I was looking on the SDSU website and I was looking at their long list of majors that they offered because I didn't want to transfer schools. And I was looking, and I saw that they had like journalism, communications, marketing, like those kinds of things, and I looked into all of them. I also, you know what I did? I took BuzzFeed quizzes to see what major I should be. And that's when you know you've hit a low point in figuring out what you want to do with the rest of your life. So senior year Emily would be very proud of freshman year Emily right now. So yeah, and I took that journalism class and I absolutely loved it, and I was like, okay, I think what I want to do is journalism. Taking that journalism class really helped me figure out which major I wanted to switch to when I knew I could not continue with kinesiology anymore. And from then, I was able to officially switch my major in the fall of my sophomore year, and I continued taking journalism classes, and that's when I knew that's what I wanted to do. That's basically how I selected my major when I didn't know what to do. And my story seems pretty like simple and easy, and I know that's not the same for everyone. Like so many people really don't know what they want to do. And another tip that I have for you guys is to just, while you're taking all of those general education requirement classes, try and see if you really enjoy any of those classes. Like let's say you have to take communications and you really enjoy public speaking and you really enjoy the concepts that are in that class. Go for that. Try and take another comm class, and then if you like that one, then you could possibly like more. Or even math classes. If you love math, you love math. So you really have to like feel it out with the GE classes that you're required to take, because from then those are basically the stepping blocks of college, because you have to take those ones first, and then from there that's like level 1 classes, and then from there you take 200, then 300, then 400, and those are basically like the first like principles classes that you'll take. So any other class above those ones are going to be like obviously more in detail, but those are like the first classes that you will be introduced to. So if you enjoy those, then you could possibly enjoy whatever classes will take you to whatever major, if that makes any sense. Another tip that I just have is just think about your interests that you enjoy and think about if you can make that into a career in the future. If you feel like you know deep in your heart that you can create that interest, that passion that you have, and create it into a career in the future, I believe that you should go for it and major in it and live your life's content. I know so many people who are the more like artsy majors and they love it, and it doesn't matter to them how much money they'll make in the future. You can do it and you can be a boss with that, which is totally awesome. And I think interests and passions are really important, especially as a college student, because you don't want to throw those passions and stuff away. You obviously want to keep those around for like the rest of your life. Stick to your passions, and you want to also think about in the future, you don't want to be hating the job that you have like after you graduate. So if you end up in a job where you're like hating your life, then you won't enjoy yourself. And I heard one time someone said, your work isn't really work if you enjoy it. I think that's the quote. So if you obviously enjoy your job, you're gonna love it every day and it won't be a pain to wake up every day and go to work. So if you find something that you're super passionate about and you love that major or whatever, then that is what you should do. Basically, all in all, picking a major is an important part of college, but you don't have to stress about it too early on because you take GEs. And picking a major is also not the end of the world. You will find something that you enjoy and something that you will love. And I have faith in all of you out there that you will go out and succeed in college. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked my little lesson here on picking a major. If you guys liked this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, leave some comments down below, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, please make sure that you follow me on all my social media. My Twitter handle is @EmilyMyant, and it is the same for my Snapchat and my Instagram, which is all Emily Myant. So that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!